And our final presenter today is Zac King. Zac is the AVP Card Payment Systems at Redstone Federal Credit Union in Huntsville, Alabama. Let's hear it for Zac.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Striving to enrich the member experience. That's the mission statement of Redstone Federal Credit Union. But when you put it into a card payments perspective, what does that mean? Well, we have a vision for that. And that is kind of elongating the mission statement by creating a strategy that goes head first to right alongside that mission. And that's this: to be able to provide competitive products and services and also to lead innovation. So when we meet that strategy, what three results should we expect? And we're starting to see this a little bit right now. The results are kind of trickling in, but we're already seeing improved member satisfaction scores. That's what we're all about, right? That's what the majority of us in this room right now are tracked on and scored every single year. Also, greater product utilization. As we all know, when you talk about plastic products, credit card, debit card, even things like merchant services, those products are of no use to the member or Redstone unless you have a value-added prop that lets the member move that product top of wallet. So the third option, or the third result, obviously, is increased income statements, balance sheets, et cetera, being able to provide greater yields and greater efficiencies for the credit union. So let's take the first part of that. Be competitive. In our marketplace, big box banks are right in our backyard like most of you today. BB&T, BBVA Compass, Bank of America. On the credit card side, even national brands like Capital One, Chase, Citi. So in the last 6 months, we've built a suite that we think is very, very competitive in the marketplace. First of all, credit card offers. For the first time, we've been able to put discount offers directly on credit card statements. That adds value no matter where the channel is that members access their monthly statements. But also, we're advertising things like Redstone Discounts, which is our member discount program for businesses who offer discounts to our consumer members. We want to definitely display that reciprocal messaging on members helping members. Also, with the addition of our MasterCard Gold product, we now have a distinct suite of products in our credit card portfolio. Transactional, Visa Platinum with cash back, lending, our new low APR MasterCard Gold product, and also Visa Classic, which is our entry-level help product. We've expanded our surcharge-free network on the ATM side to over 70,000 locations. Now, when you combine that with the credit union's remote deposit capture functions and online banking, our members can truly access their account and transact business throughout the country. And lastly, we piloted with 2 branches a prepaid debit card that's going to help our underserved segments. But what's right around the corner? We're doing our first home equity line of credit card, again, the first one in our history. Again, wanting to be competitive, wanting to have product utilization top of wallet with our competitors. Most of ours already have this product. Direct debit card cashback rewards to right alongside merchant-funded rewards. Most of our competitors, because of Durbin, have to give merchant-funded rewards. They can't basically provide direct cash back to the account any longer. We will have both products. And also, we want to have the backbone for our employees to be able to interpret what we're doing and provide that knowledge when they're sitting with our members. So, because they're visual, and most people are, besides going by bullet on a white paper, we're going to create video training with some Q&A built into it. That way our employees will be further engaged in what we're trying to do and what products and services that we're providing to our membership. But let's talk about leading innovation. That's what we've heard this morning, very, very, very important, and I want to go over one example today, and that's our credit card widget. So, what is the credit card widget? It's something that we had a chance to build with direct collaboration with software development about a year or so ago. Now, let's kind of rewind the clock back and look at the experience in 2012. Internal calls. If our members had a question to an MSR on credit card, what's my rate, what's my balance, or has it changed today, for example, because of an outstanding authorization, available credit, our employees would have to pick up the phone and make about a 3 to 4 minute phone call to credit card services. That's a 3 to 4 minute wait time that we felt was unacceptable. Also, our members going into online banking would see a relatively minimal experience with our core platform, and then they would have to log in a second time to log into our vendor to get their quote-unquote true experience. Again, what we felt was unacceptable. Also, back-end staff would have to access green screens to be able to provide that information to our membership and our employees. And information was not quick and downloadable. That was very, very loud and clear when it came to member satisfaction scores. And speaking of, here are 2 exact member comments for one of our previous waves. I would like to view detailed information without having to sign into another site. And also, why can't I see my credit card information online? Pretty direct, right? So, how do we work the magic on solving that problem? Well, I had a chance about a year or so ago to present a project white paper to some members of our senior and executive staff on what the vision was, on what the members we thought needed to make it satisfactory, but build a foundation to what could be in the future, which would be a phase 2. So we invited our processor, TSIS, who's outside today, to do an in-house symposium and sort of a think tank on how we could build that connectivity. Again, heavy collaboration with software development. We made sure in the process to provide clear direction on what we were trying to do. Again, increase member satisfaction scores, increase product utilization. And again, followed that strategy, but defined the purpose. But since we had that connectivity built at that time, what we were working on, we wanted to kind of segment that out to what can we do, but what shouldn't we do on day one? What needs to be a bit more thought out? So, real example. This was our experience the first day, okay, before the project actually started. Limited information. Here is phase 1 now. Rates, quicken downloads, printable. You can go into any statement the last year. You can view basically whatever you need right within our online banking product. And I'm going to leave you with what's going to go on in phase 2. Right now, our joint owners cannot see information in online banking. We're going to be changing that in just a few months. Also, we want to be able to build a connectivity where you can do a real-time cash advance from the line to the deposit product, and also that it opens the door up for overdraft protection as well. Again, product utilization. It all goes back to the 3 results. Also, from a dispute perspective, to more automate the process, we want our members to point and click on which transactions they feel are not theirs. And again, to that automation, electronic balance transfer forms without having to scan or fax one in, and then immediate shutdown. I drop my card, I click on the widget, I want to shut my entire line down for security purposes. And then the future is automated lending scoring for point and click increases, and so on and so forth. So that's sort of a mark into the future on what to expect, hopefully by early 2014. And that concludes the presentation. Thank you very, very much for the time, and thanks.
Fabulous. We've got time for a quick question. I believe it's Ron.
Good job, Zach.
Thank you, sir.
Satisfaction. You have surveys, is it, that tells you the level of success?
Yes, sir, we do.
And is that being done independent from the credit union?
We vendor that out,
Okay.
absolutely. So we do a couple ways every year, and we're tracked on that from a scoring standpoint on our scorecard.
Good. And Redstone discounts, you mentioned that. Could you give us a few examples?
Sure. So we have, this is not ours, this is sort of a cultural thing that we're trying to maybe solve for, add some extra utilization on. I just want to be clear on that too, where you're a Redstone Federal Credit Union member, consumer member. If you patronize that business member business, then you get the discount. Again, members helping members. But when it comes to product utilization, you have to do that with a credit or debit card. So we want to make sure that credit and debit, that tactic is plugged into that strategy to make members more aware of patronizing that business for the membership, basically.
We could squeak in one more question. Either Dee Dee or Stacy.
Hi, Zach.
Hi.
Nice job. So one of the things, and I'm going to kind of tag on to what Ron indicated, so you're already doing member surveys.
Yes.
What specifically within your existing feedback are you trying to address by this overall umbrella product of suites on the payment side? So what are your metrics that you're trying to drive to specifically to satisfaction?
Okay. From a 50,000-foot view, we're trying to eliminate all the negatives that we get. Fortunately, we are very, very high, usually above 90% on satisfaction surveys. But we have two things we usually get back on the surveys, and that is either lack of knowledge. Hey, you guys should do more cash deposit ATMs. Well, we actually do that, which is the problem, right? So the other is basic, why don't you guys have more ATMs that are surcharge free? Those sort of low-hanging fruit items that, again, if we solved every single one of the card payment related credit, debit, ATM, gift card complaints that we get, we should be able to impact the satisfaction scores by about 1% or so. So it's, regarding what our goals are at the end of the year, that's pretty important stuff. And now with being competitive, sort of being even keel, as well as being a bit innovative, we think we can solve for both in a very, very strong way.
Awesome. Let's hear it for Zach.
Thanks, everybody.